Hey there, everybody. It's Mike here. I just wanted to get in touch with everybody and let everyone know where they could watch the game on Wednesday night against Trinity, the first playoff game. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have it for you here on our normal channel with Mike and I. But the game will be available to be watched live. It will be available to be watched archived, and I'm going to let you know where those are. And then at the end of this, I'll also get to that. I'll do it again for you so you know where to go. The live stream will be where you've always found the live stream all year, through the high school's YouTube page. It's Highlands School District channel on YouTube. That's where you can find it. It'll be there just like always at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night, just like right as the game's about to go. So you definitely want to go there if you're unable to be at the game. Tickets, of course, are scarce. And watch the game live. The extra added bonus, of course, is that Mike and I will be there doing it for you, so you can listen to us as you've done on this channel all year, or if you want to mute us like a lot of people do, just go ahead and do that. Now, as far as archive go, we can't archive it here either because this is a Trib's domain. The Trib has bought exclusive rights off the WPIAL, which is why Mike and I can't do the game as normal and just put it up the next morning for everybody, Breakfast Club included, Canada Club, everyone. So, and they're charging an exorbitant rate this year in the middle of a pandemic, which I find very interesting. So I hope they can all sleep at night. Archived on tribhssn.triblive.com. So if you have gone, as I've done maybe once a month, to the Trib site to watch last year's WPIAL championship game, this is where you go. It's the same place. If you go to there and the banner up on top of the screen hits schools, and then all the schools will come up on a roster, you click on Highlands, and then over there on the right-hand side, all of the games that are archived on the Trib will be there, including the game Wednesday night. I'm not sure when they'll get it up, what time, so I can't give you that, but just so you know, that's where it'll be in the archive. Now, any questions you have about any of this, goldenramsathletics.org. That is the school district athletic department's website run by Drew Carpin, the AD, and he does a great job keeping things going there. Go there. If you ever have a question, goldenramsathletics.org, and you'll find it. Also, Drew constantly updates the athletic Twitter page. Now, I know Twitter is evil, and it is, but in a lot of cases, there is plenty of good information for you. At Highlands ATHL. That sign, capital H Highlands, capital A THL. That's the Twitter, and you will have links will be there. All you have to do is click on it. It'll take you right to the game. That's how I did it on Saturday when I couldn't be there. So those are things that to bookmark those, keep those, because any event that you're looking for, you'll be able to find those. Now, what I wanted to do, and I'm going to get back to all that at the end before I sign off, so just so everybody knows where they can find it, I'll do it again. I wanted to take time to give thank yous from Mike and I about the season because, of course, you know, it's been a season unlike any other, and hopefully we never have to go through anything quite like it. As a matter of fact, you probably forgot what I look like without a mask. So I want to do thank yous, and we'll start at the top with Drew Carpin, the athletic director. He has been unbelievable helping us out. And it's going back to football season in the summer, getting things ramped up to have us there, so that those of you who couldn't be at the games to watch your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, your friends play, we were able to bring you the game and you could watch it. So Drew goes to number one on the list, and he stays there because he's done so much work, and when all this is over, he's going to sleep long and he's going to sleep well. I also want to thank the ADs at the opposition schools. Unbelievably, football and basketball, we did not miss a game. We hit everyone, and it's the first time we've ever done it in the 20 years we've been here. Hard to believe that it would be this year that it would get done, but we didn't even know if we were going to be able to do road games. So we did not schedule any road games to be broadcast on Comcast because we didn't know if we'd be there, and there's a process you have to go through with them to cancel it. We'll talk about Comcast later. They've been terrific too, by the way. These athletic directors, the places we visited, Kurt Reiser at Knock, Bill Cardone at Hampton, both football and basketball, Josh Shoup at Plum, both football and basketball, Todd Harvey at Armstrong, and also I want to say a word about Denny Stewart at Armstrong. Denny Stewart was the longtime athletic director at Ford City. He came over when the schools merged. He and Todd worked together as co-athletic directors at Armstrong. Then he passed away over the Christmas holidays, and we had a chance to deal with him for football. And then very sad to hear that. He was a great guy, and we will miss seeing him, and told Todd that when we went up there for hoops this year. So a rest in peace to Denny, because he was a great guy and always took care of us no matter what the situation at Ford City, at Armstrong. Hats off to Denny. And then basketball only, we had these. Scott Heinauer, who's always a peach. We love him. Greg Lazanik at Indiana, who's also the basketball coach, got us in there. There was nobody in there. There were no fans. There was a live stream, us, and that was basically it. And at Laurel Highlands, Mark John on Saturday took care of the Dean and Dan, got them going, and then we were able to get that one on too. So a special thanks to the visiting athletic directors that let us come in. The worst thing we had to do was endure the temperature check, which I'm sure everybody's gotten used to here over this time. So thanks to those guys. Now, with our teams at Highlands, we'll start with football. And Dom Girardi, the head coach, and all of his assistants, and everybody in the press box for Friday nights at the home games. Thanks to Dom keeping us informed, because it wasn't the same. We couldn't exactly just waltz into the locker room and start talking to people, or waltz into the coach's room. So we kind of tried to keep ourselves separated, and Dom was very good about keeping us up to date on what was going on and things we might need to know, lineup changes, things along those lines. He was great. Thank you, Dom. We really do appreciate it. And of course, basketball, what we're doing right now, with Tyler Stachinsky and his staff, Corey Dotchin and Christian Tonelli and Eric Harbour. Thanks to those guys. It's been a little different because being in the gym, we can actually see those guys. But they've been terrific. And as far as, lineups and changes and who's available this night and who's not and things along those lines. And we want to thank them for their help to help us get the games going and bring them to you. Also, Bill Heasley, for everything. It goes back to 20 years ago with him when we started this, and for me it goes back to 26 years ago when I had no idea what I was doing, and he's made me sound a lot smarter over this time, and I appreciate everything he does for me, for us, for the whole operation, and for Highlands High School. You don't know where you'd be without him, and thanks to Bill. And basketball, Steve Meaner keeping the book. If we ever have any stat problems or issues, or even foul shootings, anything, Steve is there, and Steve always wants to help, and we appreciate his help, as we've done ever since he's come on. He was there keeping the book before, and then when Stosh came, Stosh didn't know anybody here. And I believe it was Bones that said, hey, I got a guy to keep the book for you. And they've been there for the 9 years, and it's been great. Booster organizations. Impossible for Comcast without them. The Gridiron Club football, thanks to them, they've always been great to us, and without their help, again, there's no YouTube, there's no Comcast, we don't do it. And the basketball boosters, thanks to them, they get this going and keep us afloat. We really appreciate their help. The men and the women that run those organizations are terrific, and they have the kids at heart, and they keep track of all that for them. Now let's talk about Comcast. Comcast is interesting because this was a lot different. We normally have to schedule this stuff so far in advance that it's impossible, almost impossible to make a change. And Deb Miles runs the operation up there. We have to deal with the Northeast Division, which is in suburban Boston. She doesn't know anything about any of our schools down here. She sent us a congratulations when we won the Whitfield last year. She's a very nice lady. And so she has helped relax some of the rules to make sure that we're able to get the games on, even if there's a cancellation. With basketball, things got really crazy at the end here. And but we didn't miss all of the basketball home games, all the football games got on. And again, because of the large amounts of money that the Whitfield, in conjunction with the Trib, are charging for playoff games this year, 4 times what we paid last year. We can't get these games to Comcast, and we feel bad. There are a lot of grandmas and grandpas out there, and aunts and uncles that aren't going to be able to get to the games, aren't computer savvy enough to know what to do, and we feel bad. But at least, and we'll recap it at the end. We'll let you know where you can see those. But thanks to her, and then on the technical side, Kristen Rainey and Dave Andrews. Thanks to them, they're the ones that actually take the game, get it going, put it on, set the computer so that at 8 o'clock the game comes on for you if you're watching on Comcast. Thanks to them. That is a relationship with AK Valley Sports that's gone back for over 50 years. And we cannot appreciate their help anymore. Our crew, Mike Choma, of course, 20 years at Highlands, and probably 25 total we've been working together. And we haven't killed each other yet. It's actually a miracle. So thanks to him, he get to do his first solo act on Saturday and pulled it off great, and I knew he would. So we at the beginning of basketball season, not exactly knowing what was going on, make sure that everybody knew what each of the other we did. We've split our duties in half, but we made sure that each of us knew what the other did in case anything happened. And luckily, we've zipped through healthy so far, and I hope that we can make it through the rest of the year, and we'll do that. And Dan, the cameraman, Dan gave us a call in the summertime and said, "Hey, if you're looking for a guy and you need anyone, we don't know what's going to happen." We had no idea in the summer if there was going to be any seasons, and we really didn't know if there was going to be a basketball season. So Dan, thank you. And he's been there every game. There's never been a no. There's never been a, I don't think I can make it. There's never been any of that. Tell me when to be there. We'll be there. Thank you, Dan. I want to thank our sponsors that helped us do all this year, and they are impossible to do this without. Brian Nee, Beanie Home Renovations, I'd like to thank him. John Mason at the Wireless Zone. John Mel and Nick Boucher at the Boucher Agency, and congratulations, Mel, on that retirement, but we know we'll be seeing you around. I got a feeling you'll be in there. Planet Fitness, Ross up there, thanks to him. Glenn Mills at B&J Sports. All the Bonnettes at Highland Tire, they've been on since the beginning with us. Adrian at Phoenix Rehab, getting the Dean's shoulder back into shape, so he'll be able to hit the little white ball here in the next month or so. Joe and Joe Lucchino, thanks to them at Lucchino Insurance and Financial. Again, Joe Sr.'s been with us since the beginning when Joe Jr. was still playing and we were doing those games. And John and Sue Gillette, who help us out with football, Gillette Towing and Services, thanks to them. Again, without these people, we don't get it on. Anchor In, thanks to them. As we know, the restaurant industry has really suffered here over this past year. Can you believe it's been a year? Anyway, thanks to the Anchor In, and we're happy to help. Halftime Stats, opening kickoff for them. At Dan Timmons Painting in Natrona Heights, thanks to Dan for his help, starting lineups, and everything that he does for us. And lastly, in the thank you department, I want to thank the athletes and the parents. In the strangest of years, these people insisted that there be a season, and insisted that there would safely be a season. And they pulled this off, and it's to their credit that when there was some iffy moments on whether that any of this would get off the ground from the state level, from the local level, from the school district level, these people came armed with statistics and actual facts and scientific data that told everyone that this could be done, it could be done safely, and there was no reason to remove the seasons from the kids. And everybody that had anything to do with that, I want to personally thank, because we all have to look out for each other, and that's what we've done here. And I think that everybody deserves a big pat on the back for that. So again, thanks to everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm sure I did. I threw this together hurriedly because I wanted to get it on here and let you know where you can see Wednesday's game. Let's go back to that. Wednesday's game against Trinity will live stream on the Highlands School District YouTube channel, 6 o'clock tip-off Wednesday night, not 7:30 like normal, 6 bells. Be there at 6. Archived on the Trib Live Sports website, tribhssn.triblive.com. And if you have any questions, anything you need when it comes to Highlands Athletics, the two places to go are goldenramsathletics.org and at Highlands ATHL on Twitter. You go to those two places, and I guarantee you'll be able to find wherever you need to go. There'll be links that'll send you directly where you need to go to watch the game. And I hope you can join us tomorrow night live at 6 o'clock. Mike and I will be there for the game, and we hope that you will join us for that, and it should be a hoot and a holler. So thanks again to everybody. If we have any more updates, we'll get them to you. Thanks.